these dies. How much? 30% off. So are we gonna keep those there for in-store display for people so that we know which ones?
We can.
Do
Just
we
have
need to
to
get
tell
more?
them.
You might want to get more or take them off the wall instead of here.
Right, that's what.
Okay, we're live. Oh, let's turn on our microphones.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, hello, it's Tuesday. And I'm back in Iowa. I'm Kelly with
Yay.
Memory Bound, and Diane is here.
Good morning, everybody.
And you're going to love it because we're kicking off National Garden Month.
Yay.
It doesn't look very nice outside. It's cold and windy, but April is National Garden Month, and we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
And you should be too, because Diane brought in her garden books. And I think we're all ready for a few flowers and sunshine.
This weekend, it's going to be in the 70s here.
Oh, are you going to be planting then,
Well,
Diane?
no, but we have ball games, so it will be nice to sit out.
That'll be great.
We froze last night at the track meet. It was so cold.
Well, Doug planted his seeds for
That's
his
good.
tomatoes and all his other stuff,
Yep.
and they actually popped up while we were gone. So
Awesome.
we have Diane's here. We've got her albums that you're going to love. We have a special, very, very special bundle with some Tim Holtz product and a sneak peek at her next project.
Yeah.
We have a special on some Tim Holtz floral dyes. We have new product. We have a magazine promotion. So let's get
a lot going
let's
on.
get
You can
started.
tell Kelly's back, and hopefully
I'm
we
back,
have
and
sound.
we've got a lot going on. I
Right.
think you can hear us. Good morning. We've got 120 people joining us.
Wow.
So we've got a
Awesome.
couple things to show you. I'm going to give this
Yep.
to Diane. Because in case you didn't know, I was gone. I was in Columbus, Ohio to the Creativation Trade Show. And that's kind of like a Memory Bound for Memory Bound. It's where we can go and take classes and see product. And buy all
lots of new
kinds
product.
Yes, lots of new stuff for the store. And I wanted to thank all of you for watching our videos. And we posted a picture out there when the show was starting. And I can't believe how many of you said, have fun, well wishes, buy a lot for Memory Bound. And I just want to thank you. That was so supportive. That was the first show that we have been to in over 3 years. Dawn and I went to a show.
And they're a lot of fun.
January 2020, and it was so nice to see people and talked with vendors, and we got a lot of exciting things coming to Memory Bound, and we're going to be sharing a lot of that with you this week. I got home really late last night, so I've got to get my act together now and get it all together, but there's lots of good things. 2 new, I'm going to call them machines or tools coming that I think you're going to love. And so anyway, we're going to tell you more about that.
Yep, they're excited for Simple Stories in
Oh
49
my gosh.
Market.
Yes, we got to see our friends Kevin and Jody at Simple Stories. And I met a new friend, Michelle, with 1 L at Simple Stories. And we talked with Spellbinders. And you probably saw the picture. Janine and Katie from 49 to Market were there.
Great people.
And I've got samples of the new.
Ooh, I can't wait to see them.
So I'll dig those out and we'll show you those to you tomorrow of the new
Can't wait.
Spectrum Gardenia. And it is beautiful. So it was nice to see them. It was great to see lots of other store people that I hadn't seen for 3 years. So it was all good and I loved it.
Well, they were saying that they loved the videos.
Oh, good,
They
good.
really enjoyed seeing what
Well,
it's
we tried
like.
to get over yesterday and hit the places we hadn't really shown you. And then I realized Memory Bound was having a video here at the store, and you can only have 1 video going on. So, but I've got pictures and I've got things to show, and oh my gosh, the new Elizabeth Crafts that's going to come out.
Oh my God, she sent me those pictures.
You're going to love that.
You are
So
going to love that.
It's all good. It was so exciting, and we'll be sharing more of that with you. But again, when Doug took my picture, and all of you were just so kind. There's so many likes and hearts and everything, and I really appreciate that. That makes a person feel good. And what's going to make you feel good is that we have a special starting today with the new magazine from Scrapbook and Cards Today. And this is free with a $25 purchase. And there's really like 2 magazines that we have here at Memory Bound for our industry. This is the one that we get quarterly. And this is the one we don't sell, but we usually have some kind of a promotion. And I'll flip through it. I haven't really looked at it.
We're getting those.
Oh,
my
here.
gosh.
Look what we opened up to. The
Yes.
paper pouncers from Picket Fence.
They are coming.
And we are getting all of those. They are wonderful for stenciling, especially fine detail because you just pounce rather than a brush. And then here are some other pages in here. So this magazine, there's our Lost Shadow that we all love. So this magazine is free with a $25 purchase while supplies last, starting today. So we are going to have that promotion for you.
I love this magazine. You know why? Because it has cards and scrapbooks.
Thank you. It does. Teresa just joined us.
And it also has free downloads in it that are amazing. If you like to do that kind of stuff.
It has a little bit of everything, and there's
Yeah.
the sketches.
Ooh, I love the sketches
And
too.
Teresa has shown us some sketches.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see a lot of fun things in this magazine. So that's available. And then when Lori was here, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Lori was here, and she did those wonderful cards with the rub-ons from 49 and Market. And she had this little device on her tape, and everybody wanted to know, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? So Janet actually found the source for us, which came right from the Score Pal Score Tape people. So this is what we have now, and Teresa put this on our roll yesterday. And it's a little plastic piece, and you can pull your tape off. I got to kind of get used to using it because I just used it for the first time. And actually, I'm right-handed, so I think I need to turn it like this. And you just hang on to the plastic, and then you can just tear your tape off. So that, we did get those. They're $3.99.
They're very inexpensive.
And they are going to fit 3 sizes of your tape. Not the super skinny 1/8 inch, but the 1/4 inch, the 3/8, and the 1/2. So it's going to go around all 3 of these sizes. And it's $3.99. And I think the biggest thing, Diane, is just training yourself where to hold it. Because I wanted to hold the tape,
Yep.
but you really want to hold this and then pull it and take it off. And then the other thing that Score Pal recommends is that you, when you put it on your roll of tape, be gentle with it to get it on there and get it around your tape. And it's got directions.
Just hook at the bottom?
Yeah, it's got a little hook here. So you can hook it.
Snaps in.
It just snaps in.
Okay.
And I think it probably needs to be maybe on the next one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's for the smaller roll. This must be
Okay.
3/8. So anyhow, we do have those now. So thanks, Janet, for finding that.
Yeah, and
And
she
Lori
just
for using it.
Yeah, she just shared the link to it. So
Oh, good, good. Maybe we can do a little video of how to put it on to give everybody a hand with it, because it. I think once it gets kind of worked on there, you're going to be good.
Denise has said she's had a tape tool for years and loves it. She has one
Oh.
on all the different sizes.
Good. Oh, maybe get one and try it, see how you like
Yep.
it. It does not work for the super skinny tape. It's for the next 3 sizes. So the skinny tape is so skinny, I don't think you really need anything.
No,
You just pull
it
with your
tears
hands.
really easy.
Okay, and then I mentioned we're getting some new machines into memory
Okay,
bound.
new. Yes, as
So,
of yesterday.
Yesterday, the mini cinch arrived, and we will be showing you how to use this. But May is, we're doing a lot of mini albums in May. And so we're going to be cinching some projects. I know Katie can't wait to get cinching. And this one's a little bit smaller. And Diane, I don't even know how much it is. Oh,
It is.
$76.99.
Yep.
So with that, of course, we had to get all the wires. So we do have all the wires, or a lot of
And
them
you
in
can
stock.
do really small things.
We've got
or
one
up
here
to,
that
yep,
is 5/8 of an
5/8
inch.
up to
So about half an inch.
1
This
quarter,
is
1 and a quarter.
1 1/4.
Yeah. And I think,
And we have one that's pink.
yeah,
Ooh, that's pretty.
there's 2 different colors in there.
So we'll be getting more of the binding wires as we go, and
The
as we start.
binding wires usually come in black, silver, and cream, and then there was a few in colors.
So this is like $2.99 for the small ones, for the 5/8 inch.
Yeah, they're
And then the
inexpensive.
biggest ones are $4.49. So it just depends on the size. So anyhow, I'm personally very excited
Yeah, it
about
will
that.
be fun to try that.
And then there's some other cinch products that'll be coming out, but that's the first thing that we got. And then we got in some collection packs from our friends at Reminisce. We got in this football one. And this is $12.99 with the stickers and the papers. And
great
I visited with
collections.
Reminisce. It's funny, we're both from Iowa.
Yeah.
And we both saw each other in, Todd was there in Columbus.
They're
at
right down the
Creativation.
road.
And I was asking about this order because I wasn't sure if it had come in yet, and it arrived while I was gone. There's Canada. And then the last one here is basketball. So we're kind of stocking up on our sports, and hey, wasn't that an amazing game? Or
Yeah.
games that we've had while I was gone.
Yeah, our Hawkeyes lost, but boy, did they play well.
Oh my gosh,
It
they
was
were
such a fun,
So even
fun ride.
if you had a party, maybe you don't play
Yeah.
basketball, but even if maybe you had a watch party or you just want to celebrate the Iowa women's team, that would be a great collection.
Okay, let's go back to a couple questions
Questions?
here. Carol, I hope you get your box today.
Yeah, everybody
let's
loves that
see,
box from
yes.
Memory Bound.
There is now also a new version of the cinch machine that you can get different
It's the multi-cinch. It is the
attachments.
multi-cinch, and we have a couple of those coming.
Oh, fun. Like what kind of,
Basically what it is, this one is going to punch the little square holes. I
okay.
think it's the square ones. I guess I need to look at it since it came in while I was gone. And then the multi-cinch has got, you can change out the type of holes. So it's kind of like having a paper punch where you put in a different little piece. So you can do square holes, round holes. You can do the holes that hold those plastic discs.
Okay.
And
Yep.
we do have one of those, so we'll be able to show you that too.
Okay.
All right, and then back to our friends at Reminisce, we got in baseball.
Okay.
And if you come into our store, you need to come check out our sports area.
Yeah,
because
it's all,
Katie redid it all.
it's so exciting.
Here's band,
She did a great job yesterday.
and then Washington, D.C., and Colorado,
Oh,
and Hawaii.
okay.
So those are all new.
We need to ring the bell.
I don't think the bell is back here.
It was yesterday.
I saw it at the front counter.
Yeah, there we have two of them now.
Oh, we have two bells?
We have two bells.
Oh my gosh, so much happens when you're
Will you
gone.
check with Doug and see if the website is working? We've got comments that it's not.
Okay.
Okay, Kathy, we will check. We'll have
The
Doug
website
check
has trouble?
our
Okay.
website. She said she's been trying for hours. and
Ooh, that's not
hasn't.
good. Well, I was on it a couple minutes ago before
Okay,
the video.
well, we'll check it out.
We'll find out. Okay, who loves Vicki Boutin? I know you're out
Yes.
there. Vicki Boutin has a brand new collection in called Where to Next. And we're going to show you all the components for it because we got the papers and embellishments. And this is a travel line, but I could see it used for a lot of other things. And I'm going to show you the 6x8 tablet. And I want to flip it because Diane, they actually, on the back, they actually took all these papers and they cinched them at the bottom. So you can see they went ahead and used the cinch and just cinched
my
the whole
gosh.
tablet or pieces of it,
fun.
and they made themselves a book. So, but let's flip through here and then we'll look at the 12 by 12.
This is called
Look at
Where
that.
to Next. Oh,
my gosh.
I love that.
Okay, it's the first time I've seen it, everybody.
Ooh, that's good.
So there's an airplane, so that's kind of travel-y, but a lot of this is just fun stuff.
Hawaiian-ish. A few of the papers.
Nice little journaling blocks.
This would make a great
Oh, my word.
travel journal to take with you to document.
And you got 2 of each paper in there, and it's $8.99. So you can see all of this online. It should be
Yep.
all under new and Vicki Boutin Where to Next.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, so our website, it seems to be working here. So
Yeah.
maybe refresh, clear your cache, give it a try again, and call us if you need
Yeah,
help.
Kathy, if you need to place an order, you can just call too.
I don't know. This is vellum with a gold accent. And
It's
she
got,
always
like,
has a
palm
specialty
leaves.
paper like this.
Yeah,
And that's
really
designed by
pretty.
Vicki Boutin. I'm thinking if I when I do my Hawaii book, Diane, I'm going to get that.
You keep saying.
It's been a few years since we've been there. There's the 6x4s. And then the back is just kind of a black grid,
Yeah,
which would be good for a lot of things. Greetings from Paradise.
that's really cute.
Oh, I love it. And here's some tags.
Journaling tags.
Perfect journaling tags. And then you have this piece up here.
Oh, how fun.
Good job, Vicki.
Yeah.
You know, she was not at the Creativation. I wish she would have been. And there's lots of other little tags. These are kind of the tall, skinny tags. The other ones were a little bit more squatty, you might say. And then there's those palm leaves. It's beautiful on the black, isn't it?
It is. That very, it's her normal, very bright colors.
You know, I don't know how they come up with
I
all
love
these
the
ideas.
camera border
Yeah.
up there. You would definitely be
definitely-
able to use that.
Cameras remind me of Maggie because Maggie loves cameras and her son's even done a lot of photography.
Yeah.
And Maggie's going to be back next week. So watch for Maggie's return. We
We
need
are
to,
excited.
we need to do something for her return.
we
I don't
do.
know. Maybe have a special sale or something. And I think those would be so fun,
fun.
punched out or cut apart and popped up. So this is called Where To Next. And it's got a beautiful stripe on the back.
Oh my.
It's on the front. And this one, you know,
This is really fun.
look at this weekly expense report. I don't know if you want to fill that out, honestly.
So when I was going through my mom and my grandma's stuff, I found a little journal that my grandma kept, and it
my
had
gosh.
gas and food and hotel, and it was from their honeymoon. They went on
Oh
a
my
3-month
gosh.
honeymoon
You know, you don't
to California, and
you
it
don't
is
think about
so
that at the
cool.
time, but how fun to look
Yeah,
back on. And this has
it's
got a
so
real
cool.
fun back on it too. That's a treasure.
Yes, it's really cool.
So they went on a 3-month
They
honeymoon.
did. They were just a little older when they got married back in the 30s. I don't know. But it's really cool.
Here's your hexagons. And this would be a great first page
Oh,
for your
love
album.
that.
Because you could put, you know, where
Oh
you
my
went,
gosh,
the
how
date.
They tore that.
I know. She's a great
Yeah,
artist.
that's great.
Great artist. There's a lot of papers in this collection. I didn't realize it. And here's kind of a map.
Well, and a lot of them can be used for different things.
I agree. Oh,
Yeah, that's for all those beautiful sunsets.
and this, I think that's pretty cool too.
They want to know if the 6x8 are have the same papers, and I think they probably
They were very
do.
similar. We can show
Yeah.
it again now that we've shown these. I don't remember the lemon in there. They can't have all the papers because there's a lot of papers here and there's
Yeah.
not that much room in the 6x8. But check
Like
out
that one, they're probably that one's
But I love that.
Yeah.
I think
that would
you
be
could,
a gorgeous first page.
you could probably add some of those color vibe flowers
Mm-hmm.
to that.
That looks very Hawaiian-ish.
Yes, it does. Diane, does it end? We're still going. We got a lot to do
I
today.
checked in a lot of papers. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's kind of like a color wheel.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, see, I love
Yeah,
these kinds
you
of
like
papers.
that.
She does a lot of these, and I think they're pretty cool with the big
That
flowers.
fits into our gardening month.
It does. And look at the
the
butterflies.
butterflies.
You could fussy cut all of those
Yeah.
butterflies
Yeah, you could.
and and even put them on another, you know, like on the back or something. That would be beautiful. Here's another. Is that hibiscus? And here's the cut aparts. Okay, Diane's got to go ring the bell. It reminds me of that song from the 70s. Remember that? You can ring my bell, and it had a funny pitch to her voice.
They're saying that you can't check out. It won't let them check out.
Okay, I'll have Doug try that.
So we'll check on that again.
Okay, he might have to make a phone call. Here's the chipboard stickers, and it's 2 full 6x12 sheets. So you're getting a lot here. They're $6.99. And then here is stickers. And you
Great
know
camera.
the back of this says happy, and that's just what this whole collection is. And you know, these are all the places I like to go to when I travel, shops, a really nice hotel,
Yeah.
a bakery, and restaurants. So those are
Yeah.
all special places. And then she's got the thickers, which these are kind of like foam stickers or
The words
epoxies.
are great.
They are, and they're bigger, so they're great for your journals or your scrapbook layouts.
Yeah, great. Okay.
And then we've got her sticker book. And I think, oh, I can kind of show it like
Are we
this.
getting an error message? Can we ask?
Okay, Cinda, what kind of a message are you getting when you try to check out? If you can make a comment here.
I can see.
I'll keep going while you guys
yeah.
figure that out.
Doug is trying to check on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, that. Look at that camera.
that camera stamp.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then you can put the little words inside of the ribbon there.
This was very inexpensive. The
That's $6.99. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's do the tape.
Oh, they want, okay.
Oh, we got to show the 6
Yeah.
by 8 again. Here's the
Okay,
washi tape.
And you get 1, 2,
Is it 8?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 rolls. Thank you, Vicky. And then there's 2 ephemeras, and then we can go back and show the 6 by 8. So here's 1 pack of ephemera.
And how are they different? I was trying to decide that yesterday when I was checking them in.
Well, they both have 50, so they're going to be very confusing.
Yeah.
This one's more like words and journaling.
Does it
So if you look
say-
at it, it doesn't have a what it is. It just says embellishments.
Gonna have to make sure staff
So
knows.
this has got, you know, like I said, more like journaling
Journaling
boxes
bits.
and
Okay.
words. And this one's more like icons.
Okay.
So I'll flip it over. It's got the camera, the clipboard, the gelato. It looks like a tropical drink. So that's kind of the difference. But they don't have what they are on them. So maybe online they say something.
Yeah, the tops of the strips on the top of the papers.
Oh, they were awesome.
They are very good. She did a great job.
And, you know, Maggie has said she's going to do a whole demo just with barcode strips. That was a few years ago, but there's just a sampling of them. Okay, so we have a question about the 6 by 8, Diane?
Yes, they wanted to know if the same papers. So
Well,
that was the
everything
same
in
as-
here is going to be in the 12 by 12, but not all the 12 by 12 is in the 6 by 8.
Right.
I don't think.
Well, there's quite a
There's
bit
a
of
lot.
it. Yeah, it's
It might be most of it.
that one.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, that one is different. Or the words.
And that's different.
Yeah.
And it's possible that maybe we didn't get a paper in if they were out
You know
of
what?
something.
We
Might be
we
back-ordered.
did not get everything in. Now that you
Yeah,
say
it
that.
seems like they have trouble getting everything
Yeah.
to us.
Okay,
All right,
let's.
so that's new and
That collection is
Where to
Next from Vicky Booten is the name of that. Lois.
and remember they took this or half of this tablet and they took their cinch right here and they just
yeah.
bound it with their cinch. They use the little roller things, but I'd probably use wires.
Okay.
Any other questions before we move on to
It's
garden?
just spinning. Teresa, tell Doug it's just spinning when people try to check out.
I think he's going to have to make a phone call.
Okay, so hang on, everybody. If
Yeah,
you
we're
really
sorry.
need anything,
We're showing
just
cool stuff and our site
Yeah.
doesn't work.
just call the store too. We've got plenty of staff here.
It could be the problem we had here in the store.
Yeah.
We
let's
apologize
see.
for that. And we've got Doug is back also. He went
Yes,
to
thank
Columbus
goodness
with me,
he's back.
And he'll be making a phone call and getting that fixed.
Okay, when I hit the place order button, it just sits there and shows the little, yeah. So
Okay.
we will check on that. Let's see. Also, yeah, there's something going on.
Something's happening.
Something's going on.
All right, well,
Okay.
let's move on to
So
garden month.
let's go on to something really fun and
Let's see. Elena said she had trouble. Oh,
Yeah.
Penny says they're calling. We're calling our provider.
yeah.
We don't do our website ourselves. Well, we do our website, but we don't do any of the
Shopping
order
and stuff.
processing or shopping. So
Yeah.
we're giving them a call and we're
Yeah.
going to tell them to get that fixed for us.
Okay. We will if you just need anything, just call us.
Otherwise, it should
Yeah.
be back up
Be
soon.
back up.
Where do we want to start?
Well,
Because you got a lot of
shall
stuff
we
here.
start.
Let's,
Okay.
maybe we should just.
Well, this is how it all started.
Yeah,
so maybe
let's
we need
show
to
this.
start here.
April is National Garden Month if you're just joining us. So we're celebrating flowers and gardens, and we've got demos and samples and things we're going to be doing this month that all have to do with flowers and gardens and beautiful things like that.
So I was so excited when Kelly
We
came
were
to
able to
me,
get
I
this.
don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, at least 3, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, we've had this and we've been holding on to it.
It's been undercover.
Yeah, it has. If you remember, what, 6,
I don't
5,
know.
6
It's been
years ago?
or maybe even less than that. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe under
This
5
is a
years.
retired.
Yeah.
These are retired from Tim Holtz.
Because he does not make 12 by 12 anymore. But I
It's
Love
called
this.
This is the Wallflower
Yes.
Paper Stash. And it was out maybe a few years ago. Diane's gonna get one open for us.
Maybe.
And we have the paper and we have the vellum. And what's kind of cool is Diane she's got 2 garden books that she's gonna show us today.
And these are, I've showed them before, but hopefully you'll get some ideas from just looking at it. But we do have the paper. We don't have the albums.
So we're pretty excited that we were able to get the paper stash.
And this is just one of those really cool paper lines that he came out with. And he rarely came out with vellum. So this is a real treat to have.
I feel like you're performing surgery over here.
I kind of feel
right.
like
He did very
rarely did he have the vellum packs, but it is just beautiful. And you get 2 sheets of everything, and the backs, the B sides of these are just as beautiful as the front sides. So you will see that I used a lot of it. It's gorgeous. Look at the back of that. It's just beautiful.
I love the name of it, Wallflower, because
Yeah.
some of it looks kind of like wallpaper and it's flowers, and then I think about wallflowers, at dances and stuff, and it's just got a really fun name.
Yeah,
Oh, I love the pink in
Yeah,
there.
it's just gorgeous stuff. So if you missed out on this, or if you had it and you used it all up, now is a great time to get it. And once this is gone, it is gone. I love that
we have
paper.
a limited quantity. Basically, what we've done is we put together a bundle for National Garden Month, and we're going to show you what you get in it. This is kind of a preview.
Yep. So you get 12 by 12 sheets. These are 6 by 6 in a 12 by 12. So he adds the 6 by 6 of some of the same papers.
Makes it smaller.
But it's all in one package. And then, let's see, he goes down to
Is that 4 by 4?
4 by 4.
3 by 3.
Yeah, 3 by 3
I had to do
of all the same papers.
And Sharon, you're so right. Those would be great to frame.
Yes. And then here's some 3 by 4s.
Those are nice for collaging or using
So
for smaller projects.
there's lots of different sizes, and it's all in one paper pack. The vellum is pretty much the same. It's just gorgeous stuff. And
So I don't know if it says how many. There's 36 papers in this and 18 in the vellum. And Diane used both in her project, so she's going to show that. And this is all from Tim Holtz from Ideology. This is a retired collection that we were able to get. I was so excited, especially because it's National Garden Month, and this is all floral.
And it's just beautiful, beautiful vellum. The only thing I can say is you really have to be careful when you tear them out, because they don't tear out the best. But I think if you just take the front cover off and tear them, they'll come out fine. But you can see all the papers are the same, and you even get all the different sizes.
So the bundle, we're showing you, we just started showing you the bundle. This is
there's the 6 by 6.
The Wallflower bundle for National Garden Month. I almost said National Scrapbook
And
Week.
there's the 3 by 3s and the 3 by 4s. So it's awesome.
So your bundle, you get both of these
you get
12 by 12
that.
paper packs. And you're going to get 2 sheets of garden quotes that you can cut apart.
And you're going to get a big craft tag. Then you're going to get the accordion folio. This is the paper one that came out
maybe a year ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. And then you're going to get this bag of goodies. You're going to get pocket cards. You're going to get pocket cards, you're going to get buttons, you're going to get paper clips, you're going to get tickets, and a tag. So this is...
All of this comes together. You can't buy you could buy more of... We have the folio and we have the big tag, but the paper, you can only get it in the bundle.
And the pocket cards.
Oh, yeah, and it's got 25 pocket cards in it.
Yes, it's got 5 different sizes, 5 each. of the pocket
So-
cards. So
So this is the Wallflower National Garden Month bundle. It's $39.99 and it's a $50 value. And it's a really good deal. It's the paper, like we said, has been retired by Tim Holtz brands, and so we were able to get some and thought we would do something fun with it. And next week Diane's going to show you a project that she made with it, and I think we're going to have more with it. And the flower tablets alone are $16.99 retail. So if you look at that, you've almost paid for everything else just by buying the paper.
and even if you don't do a flower journal, you can use it for several different things.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
It's just one of those really nice sets of paper. Okay, so I'm not
We have a lot
sure.
of people asking us to hold them a bundle. So I'll try to go back, but quite honestly, sometimes comments don't always come through. So
Just call.
we'll try to go back. They said they can't get through on the phones,
Oh,
probably because the website's not working. We got great
Oh,
stuff today, and
gracious.
it's a terrible day to have
Oh,
technical
yeah.
problems. But we will do our very best. We have a lot of these bundles,
do.
so I'm confident we have enough for today.
okay, a sneak peek. A week from today, I am going to show you how to put together this folio using this folio and all of the paper and all the stuff that you get in it. This is what I will be making. It's not quite done yet, but there's a little sneak peek.
So we'll be showing you that next Tuesday, I think
Yep,
it is.
yep,
And we
next
probably will have
Tuesday.
a couple other projects that were made
Yes.
with the bundle. So,
Yeah,
and it is online. The bundle is online. It's under specials.
Okay.
So maybe we should since we just said the word special, maybe we should show the other specials.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll get to Diane's garden books. We really will, we promise. But since it was National Garden Month, and we're doing a lot of florals, and gardens can be vegetables and all that too, we decided to take I think it's about all of our Tim Holtz floral dies, and they're all 30% off, and these are all online if you go to shopping and go to specials.
There's a
These
few
are
of
all
them.
they're all online there, and they're 30% off, and I think you're gonna love them.
Yeah.
I really do.
So there's just a few. Just go out.
Yeah,
You can look
so
at 'em
it's got
all
like the
on-
wildflowers. It's got his brush strokes.
Yeah, all the brush
Even
stroke
the new
ones.
mini brush strokes are on special. And Teresa, I'm going to tell you that she's using this one coming up for some Mother's Day cards. It's called Blossom. So that's going to be 30% off, and it's normally $34.99. So if you want to do some florals, and they would go very well with the wallflower.
Yes.
bundle.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yep.
So
These were not available when I did these albums, because these albums are probably,
and we have a lot of
Wow.
people saying that they want the bundle. We will try to catch you. It's going to be very hard. I know people don't realize it, but messages don't always stay out there or come through. So we will try really hard. We put your name on them. How about if we put your name on them and then call us, or we'll try to.
yeah. If
We
you
don't
can
have
call
phone
us,
numbers or
that's
anything.
that's the best.
So.
And here's our.
And I just want to,
There's our phone
there's
number.
our phone number. And then just a reminder that the bundle comes only as a bundle. You can't get just the papers. It all comes together for $39.99, which, that's almost just a little bit more than the price. It's a $50 value.
You
So it
can
doesn't
buy
come-
extra folios, and I'm not sure. These are pretty inexpensive.
I think those might be $6.99
Yeah.
or something. You can get that. You can get
Yeah.
the tags, but the paper tablets only come in the bundle.
Yeah.
And they say they can't get through on our phones, so maybe we need to put our cell
The
phone number out
phones
there.
are not working.
I think they're busy.
Do you want?
So, Penny, can you give me our cell phone number? I'm going to give you one more number. I think I know it, but I'm going to have Penny confirm it. I think it's 217.
I can't help you on that. Okay, there's the phone ringing. Sorry about all these technical problems, ladies, but boy,
I know.
it's too bad.
I know it is too bad.
But we will get
Penny's
everybody.
getting our additional phone number, and I'm sure she can answer it. And I've got it on here. Or maybe I need to just go look it up. Let's just.
Oh, Teresa's on the cell phone, so.
It's ringing continuously. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going with that. I think that's the number. Okay. All right. Well, Diane, let's go on to your books because these are fabulous. You're gonna love them.
Now these albums, the two that I'm going to show you, are no longer available. We tried to find something very similar to this one, but we could not. This was a canvas core, a few years ago, and I loved it.
And you could use chipboard.
Yeah.
You could use a different kind of album.
Okay.
Okay, so the phone number is 515-217-0304.
Okay, that's
Good
our
job.
cell phone. Thank you. Well, Kathy
She had to
tried
memorize
3
that.
numbers and hasn't got through. So,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Sorry, ladies.
All right.
Okay, so again, you cannot buy this album, but anytime you see funky, fun journals like that, pick them up because you never know when you're going to need a fun journal. And ledger books are really fun to old ledger books.
Or just a book.
Yeah, or
a book cover.
So this, let me get a couple.
So Diane's used a lot of the wallflower in these books, and that's why we had her come in today to show us more about the wallflower.
It kind of has a lot of different things in it, a lot of different products, but some of it is still available and some of it's not. So the main thing in this book when I first started was I wanted to start from the very beginning of when we built this house. It was built in a cornfield and there was nothing. There were no trees, nothing. So we really started from scratch. So this is my flower gardens now in our house and our nice green grass. But that's how this book kind of got started. I put our address and then just some other fun pictures in it. So this is a fun idea to use if you're building a house. And we've been in here, this house 38 years, I think, when we started. So this is a picture of the way it looked when we moved in. And this is a picture now, what it looks like now. So our trees have grown considerably.
They grew a little bit in 38 years.
So again, this is one of the pocket cards I used. This is a pocket card. I stenciled, I used dies, it was fun. You can, with a book like this, you go to your stash, you pull out your stamps, you pull out your dies. Anything that you think you might want to use. This is one of Memory Bound's.
Yeah, that's one of Memory Bound's stamp sets. We have exclusive stamps for Iowa. Penny, would you mind grabbing the Memory Bound stamp sets? All the Iowa ones.
And then I took and I put all the years. So this is a picture of our backyard when we first got there. And that's
You'll
a
see
picture.
Like a crochet border
Yep,
here.
that's a Tim Holtz
die.
Yep. And I put different shapes or different size of papers in here too. And then again, just more pictures of the way it did look and then the way it looks now. So this is a stencil. Again, you can see I used lots and lots of different
ribbon
products.
and paper tearing.
This is the Tim Holtz.
That's one of his ephemeras.
Yep. This is the new one, the Botanical Layers. And then,
which is perfect for books like this.
This is the old one.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you. And then this is the new one.
And they both work really
Yeah.
well for floral
This
gardens.
one just has 83 pieces. This has 45, but they're both great. I still use a lot of those. So
I'm still
those
kind
are
of
always,
hoarding them. But there, look at that little tag.
yeah.
Where she stamped it and did her journaling on a little tag. And you're going to get a tag similar to that in your bundle.
Yeah. So again, just different ideas on how to do things, how to lay out pages. These are tickets from the ephemera pack. This is a paper from the paper pack.
Yeah, there's a lot of papers in here from
Yeah.
Wallflower.
And I did some coloring on that. This was the collage paper that he had. It was a floral, and some of you still might have some of that or any of the collage papers.
He's got the new
work.
ones that are great.
And I just put it on a background paper with collage medium is how you do that. So put some, I was using the loop pins back there with a little dragonfly charm. Here's a butterfly charm. And you can see I put a lot of pictures in here. And this was before I had my picture mate, so I had to cut down all of these pictures, but now since I can make smaller pictures.
So is this Wallflower paper here, Diane?
I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but I made a little folder so you can see it's just a little folder.
Oh, cute. And then
And
glued
then I
down
put
the
a
side.
put a score line down, bent and made a little booklet
Oh, so
out of
cute.
it. So it gives you an idea. There's a doily, and we have the new Elizabeth Craft doily,
The doily dies,
We have
yes.
two of them, the small and the large, which would be great for a little accent. So this is an idea to use in your books, is to make, and you can do this, make it any size.
Well, you make it any size and do it for
Yep.
any album.
Yep. So that's a fun idea. This one I used the collage paper, used some ribbon
the little
and
tiny
the tiny
attacher there.
attacher, tore off a little corner of it, and this was one of the Tim Holtz frames. And then a lot of you will see a lot of peony bushes. I have peony bushes that we figure are over 100 years old now.
my
They're
gosh.
not quite they're not blooming like they used to, but they still bloom.
Hey, who is?
They still bloom. Okay, so I tried to do as much journaling in here as I could, and I think this is probably about the peonies. And I did some layering with some of the ephemera
ephemera and a
pieces.
doily.
Yep. And then this was a die, and I can't even tell you.
Well, we have the plaid, the Simply Plaid
Yes,
dye now. That would
yeah.
be the very similar
And I
thing.
just put it over a picture of my peonies, which I think is a great look. I love that kind of lattice work look. Again, I used one of the pocket cards.
And
as-
you are getting pocket cards
Yes.
in your bundle.
Yep. And I just attached a couple 4x6 pictures, and that is one of the pages in the book, which is real easy to make. You just make them the same, punch the holes. This was, I don't even know what this is. It's an old, something I had in my stash that had a rose on it.
Well, it's
So
a good
again, I
idea to go to
used
your
that.
stash and
Yep.
see what you have.
This was so much fun to put together. You can just go wild with your techniques, your ideas, your product, your stamps, your dies. This is a stamp, this is a die. And I apologize that some of this stuff is no longer available, but we have a lot of
Yeah,
new
we've got
dies.
some
We have
stuff
a
to
lot
show
of
you.
new stamps that you will be able to use for this. This is just a page that I made. It started out to be an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I scored it to make a little flip. And how this is the Tim Holtz.
Stitch slots.
Yep.
So there's
that
stitch
we
slots.
still have that.
And here's the crochet die
crochet.
again. It's got 3 different styles, right?
Yep.
In 2 sizes.
Yep. And then I just stuck some of the ephemera and
This is amazing, Diane. Everybody's loving it.
again a lot of pictures. I'm not sure what this is, but maybe I just made it up, and it's a big tag that I
It
made.
pulls out of a
So I
little
made
pocket.
a pocket out of a 4x6. It's probably 4x4 now. and then stitched around it and made a pocket for a big tag. And then I stitched
very
around here too. You can see my sewing machine was just like it is these days.
That's what you want.
Yep.
That,
It has that look.
that look.
And then this was a new peony bush that I got for one of my birthdays, or I think maybe for one of our anniversaries also.
Well, I love that you put the little
This is the tag.
from
Yep.
it in your book.
Yep. And it is, if you don't have a yellow peony bush, it is gorgeous. And the peonies are like huge. So that's always really fun. I just love it when that starts blooming. Then I found an old Better Homes and Gardens flower book.
Oh my gosh.
A gardening book, like
Yeah.
they have their cookbooks, but they also used to put out gardening books.
So you could check your book sales or
Yep. And I just took some
Goodwill.
pages out of there. I reinforced the holes with a piece of paper, and then added. This is one of the pocket cards in that set. And then how fun is that? I love.
This
and
is
then,
what I would call a junk binder.
It very much is. And then my yellow peonies again. And then use flashcards, which
So we
have.
do have flashcards if
We
you want to
have.
add them.
They're not quite as big as this one, but they're pretty big. Grow, garden, flowers, sun, and dirt. And then we have one.
So you can cut these apart. They come in a sheet, and then you can round the corners and put a little ink on the edge to make them look like
Yep, they're $2.49.
flashcards.
So peonies, daisies, geraniums, petunias, and tulips. So we do have those two available.
And you said they're $2.49.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I just made a little page, this is a pocket card up here. This is a pocket card down there. So the pocket cards you will get are awesome. I just love all of the different. He comes out with them at Halloween and definitely at Christmas, and then generic ones too. So this is a pocket card that I used as a mat. And then I was able to, I have no idea, years
that's like
ago,
a
this is a
folder.
folder that I just picked up at some paper store. And you'll see I have a couple of them. And I
She
thought,
picked it up probably because it had flowers
yep,
on it.
I did. And I thought it would be so much fun to put in a journal like that. So if you see stuff like this, I'm always on the lookout.
You know, though, you could
for-
also use just a manila one and decorate it
Yes,
too.
and
That would work.
cover the front of it too. But be on the watch. When I go to any kind of fun stores like that, I'm always looking for flashcards and anything I can use in any junk journals, Christmas, Halloween, flowers, or anything like that. So again, the pocket cards. And then I made a waterfall out of the Simple Stories flips. These are the 4x6s, so I was able to put 4x6
And
pictures
Diane, I
in
do have
here.
some news about their flips. That the 4x4s that have been out of stock for 3 months,
Yeah.
they are coming back in stock. So we'll
Awesome.
be getting those.
It's just a great way to add more pictures to your page. And then
Oh wow, that's
again, just
beautiful.
the back one. This is Elizabeth Craft die. It is the half of the heart one.
so get your Elizabeth Craft dies out.
Yes, oh definitely. And then I just loved this paper, so I was able to position the die onto the paper and just cut that out. And it doesn't need anything else. I love that paper.
Oh, there's
then-
Diane working
Yep.
away.
We were lucky enough to have a barn, so all of my gardening stuff is back in our barn, which is
And
great.
I want to point out those little pots.
Yes, we have those.
Because here's the die.
Yes, we were
an impression
still
of
able
session.
to get those, and it's got 3 different sizes.
And it looks like you could put little, I don't know if this
You
is
can,
open, but you could slice that.
and you will
and stick flowers in
see how I used it in my other journal.
Okay.
Yes. And then I had, when the boys came along, they started gardening and doing our pots, my 2 girls and I would always get together, usually on Mother's Day weekend, and do our pots. So this saying up here is so them. They're just, oh boy, and they just had so much fun playing in a dirt. You give them a shovel and some dirt, and they had so much fun. And they always had to wear their boots that
makes it fun.
we had in the garage of all sizes. And our dog.
There's
and
more
then,
little pots.
Yep,
and
more pots. And
cute.
just really fun ideas.
It's good memories to look
Yep,
back on, that's
yep.
for sure.
I added as much as I could to all of these pages. And again, these are just like half pages that I put in. It makes it more interesting when you add different sizes of pages to your albums. This is a Elizabeth Craft die, that one. Note pieces. More photo cards. I use the photo cards a lot. And then I took a picture. I don't know if you can see this. This is a sign that I have on my...
You took a picture of
Yep.
a sign.
And then my bird house that I have sitting on my gardening bench on our patio.
Good idea.
Yep. And our boots. That's always take fun pictures like that. And then just some more pictures of me and the girls. And these are fun page markers.
Love that.
When
That's
you,
such a good idea.
Yeah, I keep a lot of mine from year to year, and you just wash them off. And got a page to fix there. And again, some more pictures. I used a lot of the pocket cards, another half page there. And that's,
Well,
let's
here's
see.
another picture. That's your mat.
Yes, this is our mat at our front door, so it's always fun to take pictures like that. And then we have a crabapple tree in the back that is just beautiful. I hope no derecho ever takes out that tree. But this is looking from our barn back onto our patio with. And then this is a Tim Holtz frame here. And this is another folder.
Oh, okay. Is this one that you
Yes. No, this is one that I think I did make this. Yes. I did make one just like the other one, but it's a little bigger.
Or you could cut it in half.
Again, I took pictures of our front door. This is our pasture with our horse. And then this gardening bench has a special meaning. My son made that when he was in shop, and it weighs 500 pounds because it's made out of 2x4s. But my husband, I think, repaints it every year, and it gets chippy paint, and it will last forever. It will last forever, yes. And then just some fun tags. This is a tag that I picked up in Waco.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Yeah. So again, this is a folder that I bought, and I thought it was very appropriate for my sunflower pictures. And then this just has...
that just opens up to beauty, doesn't it?
Lots of different flowers. And then that's the back of
and
it.
And we had a question about how you bound it, and this happens to be a Seven Gypsies ledger type book.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, you could use chipboard. It's book rings, really.
It is. That's all it is.
So you could use chipboard, or if you have an old book, cut the covers off of it. And I love that it has eyelets, and I would suggest that you put eyelets on the cover.
Definitely.
Just to reinforce it.
Using old ledger books that you can cut apart for your cover
that would be
another great idea too. So that is that one, using a lot of that paper. And then I'll just go quickly through this one. This is one, I loved this book because it was a thick spine.
Yeah, maybe 2.5 inch, maybe.
And I think this originally, it was a We Are Memory Keepers. It was originally for storing your dies. But of course,
so this is a 6x12 book.
Yeah.
And we have 6x12 page refills, but we don't have any books. But you could make your own book cover.
Yeah, and we have really heavy chipboard that can be cut down and the covers can be made. The front of this is using a piece of the vellum.
Here's the vellum
Yep.
in use.
Yep. This door here came off of a wreath that my daughter bought, and she didn't want this on it, so I took it
So
and
you got it.
and I found a perfect use for it. And then it says the view out our back door. So then I just put a picture behind there of.
Oh, it really is your view.
It is. Yep. And then I just used muslin and I sewed the vellum onto the muslin. So I love
It
this
gives it,
cover.
the vellum gives it kind of a sheer look there on the cover.
Yep. So again, this is some of the vellum. Kind of the same concept as I used for the other one. This one does have more of the wallflower paper in it. You can make pockets. This is a garden gate that we used to have. But
Oh, we've got a new garden gate that I
Okay.
think you're going to love.
this is,
And
that's a fence.
That's the fence, and here's the new garden gate die from
Yeah.
Impression Obsession. It's just $11.99.
and it's so cute.
It reminds me of those old garden gates.
Yes.
We have one in the back of our house with the clematis growing on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And again, a big pocket that's got a
It's a vellum.
tag.
It's-
Yep.
Yeah, but
And you can see through it.
pack.
Let's see. This is
I wonder if you printed that.
I think I did make my own flashcard. This is a piece of the vellum. And then we used to have these page protectors like this.
They're a little
Different
different
thing.
now. I think they've
Yeah.
they're 3 up with 4x6.
This is a tag that I made as a pocket.
with a
Yep.
tag.
And stuck that picture down
So
in
a
there.
lot of these ideas, maybe you're not doing a floral album, but a lot of these ideas you can use for
Yes.
other books.
And that's kind of what I like to teach when I show these things is you don't necessarily have to make this album, but you get ideas on what to use in your albums.
I love that tag
That's-
pocket. Oh, and this
So
is
this is a flashcard, and I just tiny attached it to a strip of paper, so that's my hinge. And then I made a banner using all of these are pictures, and then this is one of the flower identification things. And just put pictures on the back.
Looks like
This
you made
is
your own waterfall.
I did. This is a paper out of the
Our bundle
bundle
from the
yep.
wallflower.
And then I just made my own waterfall. And this, I put that in the middle.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
did all that. So again, I always take pictures just around the place. These are some signs in one of my flower beds. And this is, I think, in the front of our house. So I just always randomly take pictures throughout the summer of what's blooming. This is a sign that I've had for years, and I've had to re-stencil it, but I love it.
So you took a picture of
Yep,
it and
and-
made with a stick,
Yep.
made a sign.
Yep. And then this is a pocket, a big tag on it, and looks like I stenciled on the back. And then these are a stamp up here. And again, this is using a flashcard and just attached it to a piece of cardstock, and that's how I made my hinges. Cut out a bunch of little pictures. A fence again. Now this
Is that called mixed media?
it
I don't know
is,
where you
and
have
we
it.
still, I think it's over here.
So that is, there's a couple dies that just cut out the corner like that
And
one.
it's this one right here.
And that's mixed media number,
This is number 1.
okay, and then we also have number 5.
Yep.
We did a demo on these early in the pandemic.
I
'cause
love 'em.
I don't think people know what to
No.
do with them, but even on a card or whatever you want, it just cuts out but leaves the background.
And I used this one in my folio that I'm going to show you next week. And let's see here. What else This was some canvas that we had gotten in from one of our companies, and I just cut it out. It was a gardening one. More flashcards, and then
It's very
this
amazing.
one's got a lot of
It's got
things
a lot
going
of-
on.
It's got a lot going on.
I used burlap, and then this is a Tim Holtz stick pin right there
Little
that
memo
I just, and this is a Tim Holtz corner. So some of the vellum again.
Hopefully you're getting lots of ideas as we share this, just to
Yeah.
no matter what kind of album you're working on. Okay, this is a
Oh,
wowzer.
this is a fun
wow.
page. So I took like a 6 by, maybe a 5 by 10 piece of the vellum, put it on some cardstock, and then I made a little book
Oh, I'm gonna do this one.
on the front of it.
So she just took another
Yep.
piece of a rectangle, scored it in half, rounded the corners.
And just did a
And
whole
then look
bunch
at
of
this little group
layering.
here with the memo pin and the little, I don't know what those are called.
I don't know.
Stakes, flower label
Yeah.
stakes.
So that was fun. I love to do. And a doily. And then just some fun pictures that I sewed. I made some backgrounds and I sewed all around. Those were for my mats. And then this is a piece of the vellum with a picture. And again, another grouping. This was a seed packet that I had saved.
So
Again, save your seed
packets,
packet. And it looks like I sprayed this.
Especially if you're taking pictures of your flowers after they grow, it would be neat to have the seed packet to go with your flowers.
Again, just a grouping. This was a Tim Holtz Christmas one that
Little flashcard.
flowers really do bring me
We're
a lot
out
of
of his
joy.
new flashcards, but they're on their way. We should be getting those next week.
And I don't know, this was a paper I think that we had that I colored. This was, we used to have these.
You can't show that because
no,
it doesn't exist anymore.
but it's
I'm just
pretty
kidding.
cool. This was, I think, a Simple Stories craft book that
Kind of like their flips,
It just
but in
was.
a little book.
They need to bring this back. It was just so
I
cool, and
should've-
they had them in 2 different sizes.
Yeah, I've got some
Which
hoarded.
I
But people might have those in their stash
yeah.
because they were
it
very
was pretty
popular.
cool. Again, pictures of our boots. It's always fun. And then another just little page.
I like all the different sizes of
Yeah.
pages. I think that in itself is a technique. And this looks like the picket fence die,
Yep.
which we have from Impression Obsession.
And the stick pins again. And then just some fun pictures of the house, of one of the metal flower design in my garden. And then this was the bigger craft book that had the bigger flips. So I love these. I really
It's a
don't
nice
think
way
I
to
have
add pictures.
any more of those.
You might be able to do something like that with the waterfalls.
And then just some random pictures. Some of these pictures are from my daughter's garden. She has this metal garden word in her flower bed. And you can see I just added some stuff from my stash, some ribbon, some muslin here and there.
It's a week.
And then I made, I made out of the 6
See, you
by,
made one yourself.
I did, a 6 by 6 vellum. And I folded them in half and made a little booklet out of it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So the
really
6 by 6, she cut it across horizontally
Yep.
and then scored, and maybe you don't have to score vellum, and folded them and put them together. That's a great idea. You could do it with the smaller ones too.
And I'm not sure what this page.
This is vellum here,
Yeah,
though.
that is the vellum. I might have had some picture that I wanted to add to that, but I sewed around that. Used a lot of doilies, used a lot of muslin, and then
Oh, there's all her goodies.
put all my fun stuff in there, my receipts. It'll be fun to go back.
Just like your
Yep.
grandparents' honeymoon receipts.
Yep. And then this is the last page. It's the vellum. You can see I used a lot of the vellum in my book. So
Diane, those are beautiful,
That's
and
a
everybody
quick
is loving them.
review.
It's great techniques that we can use in our own books. And I don't see any questions. I just want to say that we've got our IT people are working on the website. We so apologize. I have no idea what's wrong. That's why I'm selling paper and stickers instead of working on technical problems. But they are aware of the problem. We've reported a bug. Hopefully our website checkout process will be back up soon. And we have a few products to show you that Diane used.
This was one, these are memory bound stamps that Amanda, Dawn's daughter, designed for us. And I used this one in the first journal, but I love the home, the one with the heart. So we do have that for Iowa.
These are perfect.
Yep. And then one with corn and a lot of the verbiage. This is our greetings from Iowa.
I think this is more greetings.
Yep. And then I've showed you this
yeah.
one. I just showed it this last week. I used that. So this
That's
is
a really good
that's
one.
one of my favorites. And then we do have some stencils too of Iowa. So, and then 2 new stamps that we got in from Impression Obsession. This one is called, I don't know.
You can't always find
Garden Sayings. There's that one. And then this one is called Garden Smiles. And you will see that this is
we're
the
gonna have to
one.
order more of those.
Yeah, this is the one that I used in next week's
in the
folio.
project.
Yep.
You'll see it.
And then, okay, we showed
Showed the little flower
showed
pots, which are
those.
so darn cute.
and
And they are $7.49. And then these are the garden tools. And what I loved about these is they are bigger than I thought, and they would be great little accents also to put in any of your
yeah.
garden journals.
Yep. And then just some of the new stuff from Tim Holtz would be perfect for a garden journal. These are the layered frames collage. And the transparency things too, which have lots of
The new stamp. Oh, right. One of these.
and then the transparent things. Oh, that's the same thing. Those are the same thing.
two of them.
We got 2 of them, but those have really fun elements in them. And then some of the metal pieces that are great for. I used this one. I used in my
In the second
in
book.
the second book. I used the butterfly and the
That's
flower.
Adornments Nature.
Yep. So we still have those. Those are still available. What else?
You were showing the new paper pack.
Yes, this would be a great.
It's got lots of bright colors. If you are doing a garden album, it's
Yep.
got colorful.
And then the collage strips also. So those are just some of the newer things that we have now if you're wanting to make any kind of a journal.
Is that one of the memory bound
So
stamps?
that is it
Well, Diane,
for
thank you.
us today.
Thank you. It's been, I have to tell you, this has been a hard day.
It was.
People are running around because evidently our ordering system is down and we're getting lots of phone calls. And I don't know about you. Have you been a little distracted?
Well,
I
just a
have.
tad.
We've been a little distracted.
Sorry, between yesterday and
We
today.
apologize.
Yes.
Just a review. We've got our Tim Holtz floral dies are 30% off. They're all together. If you go to shopping and go to specials, you'll find them all. I think there's maybe about a dozen different ones. And so those are all available online. When our online is back up, we've got the bundle that we'll be having available this afternoon that we showed you, the
Hopefully.
wildflower bundle. So that is $39.99, a $50 value. We also have, see, we got a lot going on and our system goes down. That's really difficult, everybody. Then we have the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. That's a free magazine with a $25 purchase while supplies last.
Stamp set.
And then we've got all the new Vicki Boutin products that came in called Where To Next. And Diane, is that it?
I think
Did
that
we cover it all?
I I think that's it.
Well, Diane, thanks for
Yes.
joining us. And Diane was a big part of getting this bundle together, the wallflower. And I want to say thank you for that
Well,
too.
it was so much fun to be able to work with this again. And the folio that I'm going to show next Tuesday was
You're gonna
just
love it.
It was so much fun to put together.
So we'll be back with more of that on
Yep.
Tuesday. And tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? Do you have any idea? Does anybody know what are we doing today?
Oh yeah, Diana is here.
Is it the photo card?
It is the photo cards, and they are amazing.
So tomorrow Diana will be here, and she's made all kinds of cards with photos that she took of her flowers.
Of her flowers,
And
yes.
so it's really nice
They're
so that you
beautiful.
can see, how to use some of your own photos, whether it's flowers or family or grandkids or whatever it
Yep,
might
to
be.
make cards.
So we'll be back tomorrow, and I know they're working on our website. It should be fixed shortly. I assure you we'll be calling them again if it's not.
Yeah, or just
And
keep trying to
So,
call.
and we're
we'll
answering the calls as fast as
Yep.
we can. We only have 3 lines.
Yeah.
So have a great crafty
Thank you,
day,
everybody.
and we'll see you tomorrow.